let's first install, right? So here they have mentioned that how to install Playwright. If you're using npm, that means the Node packet manager. If you're working with the Node.js, you can write this command. Fine. So let's do that. What we can do here is here itself in this folder, we will run this command. Okay, in the terminal itself, or you can use your command line, command prompt you can use. Okay, so let me copy the same command. It's simple: npm uh, init playwright @latest. So it will install the latest like this. Okay? You can provide a particular version also if you want to work with a particular version. So I am pasting it here. Done. So it is asking me whether you want to work with TypeScript or JavaScript. By default, it works with TypeScript. It's saying so. By down arrow, I'm selecting JavaScript. Click on enter. It's saying where to put your end-to-end test case. So by default, it creates a test folder, TESTS, test folder. So I don't want to change it. Let's enter here. Add a GitHub action workflow. As of now, it is not required for demo purpose here. So let's keep it as false itself. Enter. It is asking me install Playwright browser can be done manually by npx playwright install. So it installs the related browser context also. So yes, let's click here. You don't have to change anything. By doing this, it is creating the package file and everything, whatever is required with the playwright. Done. It's saying that happy hacking. Okay, but it's related to you know installing the thing only. Fine. Um, if you see here, this node module folder has come now. There is a test folder which has come here and package.json. Let's see this now. What is this? So if you see here, it's saying the folder name is this, version is this. Don't worry about it. Is by default, taking this check1.js I have created as a some main file. Main thing is it is having this version. It has taken the 1.48.2 latest version while I'm recording this session. This is the version. Fine. And what is this but? It is similar to like if you have worked with Java, Selenium, you have to put your dependencies, correct? Related to what jars you need, what other libraries you require. So here, this is the place where you add the dependency. Okay, add in package.json. You will get playwright.config.js file also, which will tell you about where is your test directory. Um, by default, it runs in the parallel mode. There are some other technical details here about the environment. This is the place where it is saying that it will work with different browser. So by default, it works with three browser in a parallel mode. We will see this thing in a while. That's it. Playwright is here with your system, but how to create the test case, how to execute the test case, that we will see. So by default, when you install it, it comes with example.spec.js. So yes, so you can see this uh, test cases will be, written like this. I'll make it simple. Don't worry about it. But there are this, and then there are test example. A big test example is there where you can understand about different kind of syntax to do different action. Fine. Let's execute this. By default, it will execute this example spec.js, which will open this website, and it will check the title is present or not. So how to execute this? Let's go to terminal again. Terminal, and let's go to their official website again. To run the test case, it's very simple. You just have to say npx playwright test. I'll say the same. Enter. So this will execute all the test cases present under test folder. It is executing 6 test cases. Um, okay, it's executing in, it is showing everything to us, right? Right. It was executing with Chromium and all. To see the report, it's saying that run this command. So execution is done. You can now see the report by running this command. The command is simple npx playwright show report. Enter. So this will create a basic report for you. Um, let's run this command. Yes, so it's saying that it has executed these many tests under the example.spec.js. It's checking a lot of things. Yeah, there are 2 test cases which it has executed under Chromium browser, then for the Firefox and for the WebKit. It's like this. So yes, if you see here, there were 2 test cases, this one and this one. Fine. But I don't want to execute with 3 browsers. So let's go back to the playwright.config.js and delete this too. Let's execute only on Chrome as of now. Delete this. Chromium. Chromium and Chrome is a bit different. The thing is, Google has provided an open source browser engine, which is called Chromium. Okay? Based on the Chromium, there are a lot of other browsers also available. Fine. So this will execute once only, but I don't want to execute. Okay, let's execute example.js also, but let's create a new test now. Let's create the new test. So click on this folder, stay here, and let's create a login page test dot spec dot js. So this is the way you create a JavaScript file. But why we are saying dot spec? Because um, in a technical sense, when you want to create the test case, it's spec. Okay, spec.js. Done. Now, what next we have to do? We will what we want to do. What are the things we want to do? As I discussed, that we want to open browser, correct? Then we want to open a website. What website? So I'm putting in a command, so this will not be executed. We want to open the website. Which one? This one, test.techlib.in. This one, correct. This is our website, which we want to open. Then click on login link. Then specify email. Then specify password. Then click on login button. Then validate the message. Basically, this when you click on login, you have to provide some email ID, okay, some password. Click on login, and then it will show this message that invalid login. Try again. So this is the thing we want to achieve as of now. Fine. Let's see this. How to perform all these things one by one. So when you want to work with Playwright, with the JavaScript, the thing is you have to get some um, functions or helping libraries so that you can write your test case. You can as perform the assertion as well, right? So require is a kind of uh, function you can say which will get the required library from Playwright. It's like this, and we are storing it and in test and spec object, something like that you can understand. Now, if I want to create the test case, I have to write this code at the very first line. It's like this. Okay. It's like importing it. When you want to work, let's say if you have worked on Java, you say import this library. In the same way, it's like this. Fine. What next? Um, Done. You can write your test case now. So here you can say, uh, 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 you can say test. You can straight away write your test case. What are the things required here? First thing is your test case name. So we are checking error message on invalid password, let's say, right? And then you have to, when you are working with JavaScript um, test framework, right? So basically, you have to provide your test case within the function. Okay, so it will be like this. So all the test code will come here. So this is first test case, and the real code part you are mentioning it in a function. It's like this. Right? You can see the example the same way we have done it. They have added this arrow function, right? You can use in this way also. There is like this way also you can do it, right? But async you have to add. Async you have to add. We'll talk about this thing, why to write the async, why to write the await, right? But this is the way we write our test code in a method. Fine. So when you are writing it, you have to provide here page. Okay, you have to write here page, page. Okay. Now you can, there are different commands to open the browser. So we want to do open browser, right? This is very first thing we want to do. Okay. So open browser will happen when you will say test and async function page. It will open your browser basically. But then what I want to do, I want to navigate to a particular website, right? So the command is await page dot go to, because you want to go to a particular location. So we want to open a particular website. Which one? This one, right? This one. Okay. So we have opened it. This. So this step is done. What we want to do next? We want to click on the login link. Fine. Let's go back. To perform action on anything in your page, you have to identify that element uniquely, right? So this we say page element or web element. Everything, anything you see in the web page is page element or web element. So here I'm able to see that it's saying that there is there is um, anchor element with class name something, and then href something, and then text is this. So you can write your XPath, like, okay, find one anchor element where text is, um, text is what? Login, right? When I hit it, I'm able to identify this uniquely, right? When I hit this, you will be able to see that the things are getting highlighted. That means we are able to identify the element uniquely. So there are different ways to identify the page element or the web element. We'll talk about that later on. So what I can say here is await um, page dot locator And here you can paste your XPath. You don't have to say find the element through the XPath or CSS selector. It will identify automatically your locator, what you are using, whether you are using XPath or CSS selector, query selector, or other selector patterns if you are using it. What I want to do, I want to click basically. So you can, in a single command, you can say await page dot locator, find this thing and perform the click. It's like this. Fine. Before that, if you want to perform to check whether the title of this page is coming correctly or not, this is the title, tech lift test, right? I want to check. So, Playwright provides, assertion through expect, right? So here you can write your code, what kind of title you are expecting, right? So you can say here, expect, expect my page to have title. What you are expecting? I'm expecting that it should have a title like tech lift test. TECH and test. Okay, so this is a kind of validation we are doing once we are on that page. Fine. And then we want to click on the login like this. Then we want to specify some email ID and password. So let's inspect this. And we want to get it like so. It has input ID is equals to login email. So let's check whether this is unique or not. You can say hash email. Hash means ID. Hash means ID is equals to email. That you can write. And there are two places where ID is equals to email is present. So you cannot use this thing because you have to identify this uniquely. Okay, fine. Class is equals to form control. So I can say dot form control. Now it's unique. So I can use this. And next thing, what you can write is there are different ways you can say um, await. You can store it in some kind of um, constant. So it's not await. It's like, let's say you want to store it in a variable. Instead of this, you can say email text box. Text box is equals to page dot locator. And what you want to use? You want to use this, right? We'll try to understand later on about how to write the CSS selector or the XPath to find the element, or there are different other ways also, right? So you have stored it, and now you can say await page dot because now you want to fill the value. So you'll say filled. What well, not page dot fill. Email text box. Email text box dot fill. What I want to fill? I want to fill means type. Though there is a type function also. Fill is you want to fill this value into email text box. Okay. So what are the things we have done? Let me cut it here. We have clicked on the login link. Now we have specified the email, right? Now let's put the password. So let's go back here, identify this password element. So it has ID this, type is equals to password, placeholder is equals to password. So let's create a CSS selector for this. You can say input where type is equals to submit, but there okay, any spelling mistake, input where type is password. My bad. Password. Yes. Yes, there is one element. But you can, you know, add some other attributes also where ID is login password, you can say. So I'll say where ID is login password. So we have identified it uniquely. We can use this. Let's go back here and say await page dot locator in the bracket, provide this. And what we want to do with that? We want to do type or fill. Anything you can use. There is a difference between type and fill. Type will actually give you a feeling that one by one character it's putting into the text box. Fill is in one shot it will put. So I'm putting ABCD, which is a wrong password here. ABCD. Okay. So this is the way we have. Let me go back here. Specify email is done. Now you are specifying the password. That is done. Now we want to click on the login button. Correct. Okay, let's write the code for that. Let's go back here, inspect the login. So this is a button which has some class values, type is equal to submit, text is login. So same thing we can write button where type is equals to submit. Okay, there are three buttons in this page, so we cannot use this. You can use where this one. You can use the class asterisk is equals to. So that will be like it contains one of the class. So you can write it like this. Okay, that's it. So when I click here now, I think this will be unique now. So that you can use. So I'm going back here and I will say await page dot locator, and here we can put it dot click we want to perform. Done. Let's run till this point, whether this is working fine or not. Let's save this thing. And this is pending from our side that there will be some message that we want to verify now. That code we will write till now. Let's check whether all these things is working or not. Let's go to the terminal and let's run the same thing. npx playwright test. Yes. So this should open a browser and it is should execute, but it is not opening the browser. Means it is working on the headless mode. In the background, things got executed. We were not able to see that. So how to run it in headed mode, right? So the command will be npx playwright test hyphen hyphen headed. Now this should open a browser. Hold on, let's see. Yes, now it's working with the browser, but my test case didn't get executed for some reason. Let's check it. I'm going back. The reason may be there are some other test cases I'm deleting it. I don't want this. My test case is login page test.spec.js that I want to execute. Okay, let's save this. Going back and we will say going to the terminal again and let's run it again. Okay, it's running one test case. Yes, it's opening this. It was very fast. We were not able to see what happened, right? But it was very quick. Okay. So let's put a delay for this. To put the delay, basically, you can write await delay. So here, once this page is open, you can say await delay, delay. And in the bracket, you can provide how much delay you want. Okay, it is not showing me the delay function here. That's fine. That's fine because we have not added the delay pattern here, right? So let me write it. Okay, it is not allowing me. So one line you have to add in your test case level. Let me add it here. So you have to add, let's say, const delay in milliseconds. So this is the way to add it. Don't worry about it. This can be put into a common functions, and you don't have to, write it every time. I'm adding it as of now, and it's a new promise. You can write. It should be resolved to um, timeout, right? So let me write it. It will be set timeout. Yes, there is set timeout thing. Um, Set timeout, this one. And timeout will be like resolve ms. Okay, now we should be able to write delay function now. Let me save it. I will say await delay and how much delay we want, let's say 4000 milliseconds. So same thing I can copy with after every step. See, in real test case, you will not need this thing. I am putting it because I want to show you that okay, things are happening step by step. Whatever we are doing is happening step by step. You'll be able to see that. Okay, let's execute it. I mean, where were we? We are in this. Let's run it again. So this time it has opened this website. It should click on the login after 4 seconds. As of now, it's checking title. Now it's clicked on login. Now it should provide the user email. I'm not doing anything now. It is executing on its own. And it should click on the login button now. Yes, it's working. Great. Fine. Let's add the code to validate the error message here. So what is that message? If I provide some wrong email or password, this message is coming. So let's inspect this. Let's inspect this. It is a span class indicator red. Okay. Let's check it. So we can write the CSS selector for this span where class contains indicator. Okay. And it contains, class also contains red. Yes. Spelling mistake. Class. Enter. I think this will work. So let me copy this and go back to the code. And we will say await page dot locator in the bracket. This one, you want to get the text of it, right? One thing is you want to get the text and you want to print it. That may be a possibility. It's await page. Okay. Or maybe you are expecting that some error message will be displayed. So in one shot also, you can write the code to do all these things. How to do that? How to check whether a locator contains a particular text or not? Let's go back to their website. Here you can search. I can search text. Text. Look, I don't want to locate as of now. I want to check the text content. Is it this element? No, this will give you the text content. I don't want this basically. Okay. What else we want to do? We want to actually put the expect. So I think has text is a function. I am checking. Expect located to have text. This one I was talking. So there are a lot of functions. Something is checked, disabled. We want to check mm, to have text. I think this will work for us. Let's see the example. So it's saying that if I want to check with particular locator to have text something, yes, we can use this. So what we will write, basically, we'll say, hey, await, expect, expect the locator, yes, this one, another bracket, dot, to have text, this one. What we want. It should have a text. Let's make it fail. Let's make it fail high. We are checking whether it has the text high or not. Which one? We are checking whether this particular text is high, not the invalid login. So it is going to fail. It is going to fail, I think. So let's run this again. So now it is executing the test. Yeah. There are a lot of other ways also to put your assertion. This is one of the ways to use expect and to have text. Yes, it is putting the user ID and password. It will click on the login now and it should grab this and it should check. So let's go back and check whether it is passed or failed. So here I'm able to see the report. It's saying that error message on invalid password. What is that? So it has tried for the 30,000 millisecond and it's saying that your expected string is high, whereas the received string is this. See how useful for your debugging purpose when you are getting any failure, right? So basically, the real text is this, which we should use in our code. Okay. So what it is saying basically is this one, this particular element has some other text. Sorry, this one. And you are checking it with your expected thing high. So basically, it should be this. Now it will pass. Okay. So let's run this again. Okay. So this is the last step we have done. Now it's opening the browser. Done. It is passed. But if you want to see the report, you can run this npx playwright show report. This one you can run. So I'll say npx playwright show hyphen report. Generally, these reports will be saved in a location. I'll show you. Hold on. So it is opening the report. Hold on. So it is opening in the port 9223, and you can open that and you will be able to see the report. It's like this. Okay. So this is not available. This one, let me refresh this. Yes. So it has run this thing. If you open this, it will tell you step by step what are the things you have done. Right. This is all our steps we did. how much time every step took. It is showing me this also. Okay. So this is a good trace about your own test case. Fine. That's it about this. Let's see the folder structure again. So here, if you see, you will see test result here. Let's refresh this. You'll be able to see the test result. You will be able to get Playwright report here. If I open this, this is the same thing what we saw as a HTML report. You can open it in the browser also. I'm not doing it as of now. There are a lot of capabilities related to storing your test data in a proper way, to store your report in other format also, right? So, or you can add your Cucumber plugin here, and you can write your step def or the feature file. You can work Playwright with Cucumber. That is also possible. Fine. So that's it about this. Yes, this is modified. Two more thing what I wanted to show you is you can use test dot only or test dot skip. So for example, if there are multiple test cases and you want to execute only one test case, right? So here you can say test dot only. So this will execute only this test case in your this test file. If you want to skip this, you can say test dot skip. Okay, test dot skip. Test dot skip means it will skip this particular test case and it will execute all other test cases. It's like this. Okay, fine. That's it, guys. What we are going to do is now with our course, we are going to learn Playwright in detail with JavaScript, with TypeScript as well, and with Java as well. So we are going to learn writing our test code with three different languages so that you will be able to write. If you want to write with JavaScript, write your code in JavaScript. We'll see the difference also, how we are writing in Java and how we are writing in JavaScript also. Fine. We will start with the basic thing about JavaScript coding itself, right? Then we'll understand how in Java we work, how TypeScript works. Then we'll start the Playwright, proper coding for the test step. We'll create a framework also. Right? That's it, guys. Thank you.